Hey, what's going on? Justin here from 8 to 10. I wanted to do a quick video on this Enyo knife sheath here. This is the factory sheath that comes with this. This is a Spartan Enyo fixed blade knife sheath. It's pretty small. It's a great EDC knife. It's really small. You can see how it fits in my hand. It's a pretty small knife. It looks big on the website, but very sharp from the factory. Some of the best knives I've ever seen, and it comes just like you see it with the the little the bead and everything, the Spartan bead. Sorry. And it also comes with this sheath here. The sheath is really good. Nothing wrong with the sheath. They did use a Holstex type material. And you'll notice I've polished the edges on this one here because it was a little rough on the edges. And also what I noticed is that it was starting to take some of the finish off of it. So I kind of just had it sitting here off to the side. I actually heated this up and kind of made it where it accommodate my knife a little bit better, but some people may not want to do that. So I had a customer call and say, hey, can you make me a custom sheath for this? I said, sure, no problem. Well, they want to carry it like as a neck knife, but they wanted the black carbon. So I said, sure, no problem, I can do that for you. And they were explaining to me that it was wearing the finish off, and it's usually right here is where it wears it, right here on both sides, depending on the sheath, but it was wearing it down a little bit. But so here's what I came up with, and this is it right here. It looks very similar to that one. It is a shade big, just a little bit bigger, and there's a reason why. I make the knife sheaths like this, especially when it's just a shade bigger. See how you can just see it just a hair bigger. Well, here's how Kydex kind of works, and once you've worked with Kydex a long time, you'll start to understand some of the tips and tricks of how to work with this stuff. First of all, this sheath here is very high quality. I think it's a good sheath from the factory. I'm not knocking this sheath at all. It will take the finish off, so if that's something that you're concerned about, then you may want to look at other carry options, or I don't know. And that's what this person did with ordering this one. If you'll notice though, the Kydex is really thick. It's probably 0.93, the thickest Kydex that they make, that I know of for sheath making. And it's pretty thick stuff. Well, and there's no, this thing doesn't bend at all or flex. I, on the other hand, use 0.08. It's a little bit thinner, and what it does is it allows it to flex. You can see a little bit of flex in it. It's still rigid as all get out. This is what probably 95% of all holster makers are using, and sheath makers are using 0.08. So this 9.3, it's great. It's really rigid and stiff, so there's no give to it. But when I make sheaths like this, and people are very concerned about wear and tear on their finish, there's some things that you got to take into account. Those that are making holsters or sheaths, is if you put the rivets, the eyelets here really close to the knife, like I got it really close up here, but I kind of separated it off a little bit here. The reason why is there's a little indent on this knife right here, and you'll see it right here, this little indent. I need this side of the knife to flex. I need it to give a little bit, so that will open up, I guess, if that makes sense. You have to factor in all that stuff. So if you're making knives, sheaths, or something, or if you're just starting out, you need to factor in those kind of variables, because if you don't, it'll be so tight. It'll look really good, but the sheath will be so tight. See how they got it real tight right here? They put that one right there in that little indent. It's so tight there, it doesn't give, and so then it starts wearing the finish right here, like I was talking about right there. So if there's no give into the knife sheath, it will wear the finish off. So let's put it in there, and I'm doing this one-handed, so bear with me here. Okay, so it's not coming out. This thing, it's not coming out, but it's real smooth, and I kind of angle this little right here just a little bit so you can get Yeah. It's just real smooth. I mean, versus this one here, it's pretty tough. I mean, if I can get it in, you have to kind of push on it to get it to seat it. This one's definitely a lot smoother. But there it is. I just wanted to kind of talk about sheaths in general. I mean, I'm going to offer this on my website as an option to order these Enyo sheaths. I mean, again, guys, there's nothing wrong with this sheath. It works. It does its job. It looks good. The factory sheath there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a little tight because they use some heavy grade Kydex, which there's nothing wrong with that. But just keep in mind that it doesn't flex at all. I mean, I can't even bend it at all. I mean, it's very rigid and very firm. So when you put the knife in there, as that knife slides in there, all these little nooks, and if you ever look at this Enyo blade, you'll see it how it has all these little contours and everything to the blade itself. I don't know if you can see those lines, the way it's shaped. All those little things you have to account for, and what happens is as you slide that knife into that sheath has to be able to open and close and be able to give it to flex to accommodate that, all those different you can see it right there really nicely how it has that real sharp edges there on the, and what happens is as you feed that knife in there, it just kind of wears it down in certain spots. So something to factor in. But I just wanted to do a quick video. Hopefully this maybe is informative to those that are maybe starting out making knife sheaths, or if maybe this is, you can use it as, if you want to order from me, I'll be more than happy to make you one. Just send me an email, and until I get this on my website, just send me an email, and I'll get you taken care of. All right, hey, appreciate it. Thanks again.